United Bank of Africa, UBA, will invite interest from holders of its $500 million Euro bond due for maturity in 2022 for redemption ahead of time through a cash tender offer before issuing a new similar note. The lender announced to the NGX. The 5-year senior unsecured bond, first of that kind from the bank when it was offered over 4 years ago, drew overwhelming interest at the point when it was priced at 7.75%. Subscription trumped offers by more than double. Arise business analyst Chika Mbonu joins us now from our Abuja studios to discuss further. Chika, good morning to you. What do you make of the move by UBA tapping the Eurobond markets yet again?
Okay, morning, Rotus. How are you today? Let me put it in perspective for our viewers. The banks in Nigeria, to enable them fund give dollar loans to deserving customers, especially in the oil and gas sector and maybe any similar other transaction, tend to raise bonds in dollars, from investors all over the world. And these bonds usually sometimes 4 years tenor. And to finance these usually oil and gas assets. So the objective is that these oil and gas assets will, pay back, provide the liquidity, the money to pay back these bonds. And so when most times the banks redeem the bonds at maturity, that is at the expiration of the 4 years. So when you hear that the bank is not is trying to redeem the bond before the 4 years expires, one or two things could be happening. The first one is that, have they found a lower interest rate bond which they want to replace the old bond with? In this case, this might not be the situation. The other situation may be that that's the case for Nigeria, for most of the banks. Most of these monies were used to finance oil and gas assets, and you and me know what happened in the last 2 years to some of these assets. Some of the values of the assets depreciated, the loans were restructured, and they have not provided liquidity to these banks to be able to pay back off these bondholders. And so what will happen, therefore, is the existing bondholders, under some incentives, will be encouraged to invest in the new bonds, as UBA has tried to encourage pay a premium to the existing bondholders. Two other Nigerian banks before now, Fidelity did their own in October, even though their bond was expiring in October next year. Access Bank did their own in September, when their bond was 1 month due to expire. So it's just that, to enable them most times be able to, if the assets usually that we provide the liquidity to pay back the bondholders, maybe has not matured, maybe has not provided liquidity required. A lot of times the banks will want to roll over or issue new bonds, as the case may be, to enable them sort out the old bondholders.
Thank you so much, Chika. As always clear-cut explanations there for our viewers. Chika, to aviation, you're in Abuja, so you just traveled recently. You traveled all the time. What do you make of that video and the the reaction from the Federal Airports Authority?
Oh, come on. Why do you want to put me in trouble? Why do you want to look for my trouble?
Because we give you all the controversial stuff.
Comment on that. Because we have been posting, Nigerians have been posting videos. We have been commenting at the state of affairs at our airport, starting from the toilet facilities that are run down, the smelly toilets, the air conditioners that don't work. As you arrive at the airport, even at the entrance before you enter there, there's a toll gate there. I don't want to call it a security point. The toll gate there as you enter. So many things are happening, and we've been writing and complaining, Nigerians. So now some expatriate has posted video, and which is getting a lot of views, and so fan comes out. We're not a serious country. I keep telling you, a serious country. Fan comes out to come and demand. So they don't know about this is happening at the airport. Is it because of this video? Everybody knows what's happening at our airport. Everybody knows that Nigerians suffer through here, but we've gotten used to it, and we just say it's part of our lifestyle. Smelly toilets, ACs don't work, conveyor belts, everything is just like, just go to Ghana or Cote d'Ivoire and go and see the airports there. And you see the shame that is in Nigerian airports in Lagos especially. And so, because the expatriate has posted a video now, fan is running from pillar to post, pushing out press notices, anybody they catch. Did it start today? I beg as Nigerians will say, no be today, not today, no be today.
Thank you, Chika. And then customs, another thing you've talked about a lot. Customs, again, saying they are tightening the border, more security.
You want me to talk? Listen, guy. Whether you put armored tanks, whether these best Air Force planes, bombers lined up at our borders, guy, it is Nigerian men and women who are protecting our borders. And I keep telling you, the money is sweet, the money is good. And even before the border closures, during the border closure, we'll see line of motorcycles all bringing in rice, bags of rice into our country. Do you know, all the report has shown that the rice coming to Benin Republic and Cameroon, they don't eat it, they're all destined for Nigerian market. How do they, come on, Brutus, how do this rice enter, bag of rice enter Nigerian market? How? Through some voodoo or stuff like that, or the people who bring them in just do one voodoo and the custom people just slip off and the rice comes into Nigeria. Right, let's not stop fooling ourselves. I've told you, whether you bring AK-47, tank mortars, Russian tankers and line up in the borders, until, there's a national rebate. These places are preferred posting. I don't know whether you have seen, whether I've had relatives who are in some of these agencies.
Right.
Some of them, pay through their nose to get posting to these places. Again, we're not a serious country. Look at Central Bank of Nigeria trying its best to make Nigeria rice sufficient. People borrowing money left and right to produce rice in Nigeria, and then some people this is a national economic sabotage, let me tell you. And the custom boss should actually be made to account for this. It's a total failure of the customs.
All right, business analyst Chika Mbonu. Chika, as always, thank you so much for taking to the headlines. Appreciate your insights.